All right, in this video, we're going to talk about subtraction of whole numbers. So we're going to start in grade 1. Students in grade 1 should be able to add and subtract within 20, demonstrating fluency for addition and subtraction within 10. They should use strategies that we talked about in the last section, like counting on and making 10. They should be able to decompose a number leading to 10. So here we've got an example with some subtraction where we're going to see how they do that. They should know the relationship between addition and subtraction and be able to rewrite an addition problem as a subtraction problem and vice versa. And then they should be able to create equivalent but easier or known sums. All right, so let's look at some models for subtraction, and we're going to start in the same way that we started with addition. So in addition, we had a set model, and this is the same idea here. We're going to call it the takeaway model. But the idea is I want to think of subtraction as taking away a set of objects from my original set. So here I have 8 blocks, and I want to take away 3 blocks. And when I pull these out, I'm going to ask that you use an arrow to show that they're being removed. The kids just count what's left. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 8 minus 3 is 5. The missing add-in model is getting kids to recognize that relationship between subtraction and addition. So if I wanted to do 8 minus 3, well, 8 minus 3 is some number. I'm going to call it box. I can think of that as what's the number of blocks that I need to add to 3 to get 8. So now I've turned this into an addition problem. And because kids usually master addition first, this might be an easier way for them to think about the problem. So since they know that 3 plus 5 is 8, then they can say 8 minus 3 must be equal to 5. All right, so that's the missing add-in model, and I've written over top of that. All right, here's another picture of that missing add-in model using either the set model or using the number line. So in both cases, we're looking here at the set. I start with 3, and I want to know how many do I need to put in my set to get to 8. With the number line, I'm going to mark 8 on my number line, and then I go 3, and I want to figure out what is the amount that I have to go past 3 to get to 8. And they can count here. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this must be 5. All right, subtraction in general. We're going to define for whole numbers A and B, where A is bigger than B. The subtraction A minus B is the unique whole number C that satisfies the addition problem B plus C equals A. So we define subtraction in terms of addition. All right, here's another model, the comparison model. Here we're asking how many more of one quantity exists than another. So here again, I'm looking at 8 and 3. So Juan has 8 blocks and Susan has 3 blocks. How many more blocks does Juan have than Susan? So they're going to compare, and we can draw a picture. So here we've drawn some blocks, and we're going to line up Juan's 8 blocks and Susan's 3 blocks, and you can see that 3 pairs line up, and what's left here is the answer to my subtraction problem. So 8 minus 3 is equal to 5. All right, when I do subtraction on the number line, I'm going to move left. Okay, so if I wanted to do 5 minus 3, the first thing you're going to draw is 5 on your number line. So that's this blue arrow at the bottom that I've turned red with my pen. And then starting at 5, I'm going to go left, whatever I'm subtracting. So we move left 3 in this case. And I'm counting 3 units, so if they need to, they can come down here and count 1, 2, 3. And where I end up here is my answer to the subtraction problem. So 5 minus 3 must be equal to 2. All right, even in first grade here, where we're starting to talk about subtraction, we are getting students' minds ready for algebra. So even if you don't think, well, I'm not going to be teaching algebra, you are preparing their brains to think algebraically. So sentences like 9 plus 5 equals sun, or 12 minus diamond equals 4, these are getting kids to think algebraically, and they are true or false depending on the values of that sun and that diamond. So for example, if I let the sun be 10, well then that statement is false. 9 plus 5 is not equal to 10, right? If the diamond is 8, then 12 minus diamond equals 4 is true, because I know that 12 minus 8 is 4. So the values that make the equation true are called solutions to the equation. And that's when you get to your algebra class, when you go to solve something that looks like this, that's what you're looking for, a solution for x, right? A value that makes x, makes that statement true for x. So our last topic in this video is fact families. And a fact family is a set of equations that consist of addition equations or subtraction that all are giving us the same information. So one fact is 4 plus 8 equals 12. What are the other three members of this fact family? Well, I could write my addition in the other order. Remember, we talked about addition is commutative. That means it doesn't matter what order I write the addition in. So 8 plus 4 is also equal to 12. And I can also represent this fact using subtraction. So 12 minus 8 equals 4, and 12 minus 4 equals 8. And I'm going to go ahead and write the 4 plus 8 equals 12. So these are my four equations in my fact family here.